On to the domain player of the match and player of the series. I'm sure you all know who it is, but a special mention to Marnus Labuschagne for his 347 runs and 2 centuries in the series. Mitchell Starc for his 14 wickets at 16. And now to welcome up the player of the match, player of the series, David Warner, for his 489 runs in the series, including the highest individual score at this ground of 335. He will receive his awards from Sunny Jory and Ned Looker. Congratulations to you, David. A special knock. First of all, how are the legs? And I bet you're just glad you didn't have to bat again.
I'm very happy we didn't have to bat again. Yeah, look, the legs are okay. We practiced for that. I was very tired last night. Actually fell asleep on the couch, but that happens. But all in all, a great team performance, and obviously winning by an innings 2 games in a row doesn't really happen too often, and just exceptional effort by the boys.
Has that knock sunk in yet?
It hasn't. It might tonight. In the early hours probably with my wife.
Less about that. 300 was an emotional moment for you. On Saturday, you raised your bat, you jumped in the air, there was a bow as well. Fairly emotional. You looked up to the skies. What was going through your mind? Who were you thinking of?
Yeah, look, for us it's a bit of a memory and a reflection of our mate's life, and coming here, and it was on his birthday as well. It's always a difficult time for the guys that are really close to Phil, and it was just a little thank you to him, because he's always with us every time we come out here, and I just look up to the skies to him every time I come here and play.
And what does it mean to you, the form coming in with the T20s? You're under it, perhaps a little bit of pressure, and then coming into the test matches and performing as you have.
Yeah, it was just about, focusing on what I'm capable of, and I know I'm capable of scoring runs when I go out there. Yeah, I did have a tough time of it, but coming back here and probably starting this summer off with some 2020s helped that. I can go out and free my arms a little bit, and we won that comprehensively, and then, coming out here and playing against Pakistan, who, we knew who were going to put up a fight, and, first test at the Gabba. It's a nice batting wicket generally, and then coming to obviously Adelaide over here as well, which is generally a nice batting track. And back yourself, what I was capable. I know what I was capable of, and I just enjoyed it.
You talked about fitness playing a big part in the way you've played over the last few months. Is this the fittest you've ever been?
Yeah, obviously I had a bit of time out of the game to reflect on a lot of things, and one thing for me was to get back on the horse and train as hard as I could to make sure that I can keep pushing on for the next couple of years. And now that I'm back here, I've always enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it even more, and I'm even hungrier than ever.
Now, I know you don't have any favourites, but you mentioned Ivy May, you using her bat, and she slept with you the night before this game and up at the Gabba. I'm sure you're going to be taking her with you everywhere you go now.
Yeah, but unfortunately they're not coming to Perth, so look, I'm going to have to try and figure out something else. Maybe Joe can spend the night with me.
Brilliant. New Zealand coming up, 3 test matches. I'm sure they'll be delighted that Ivy's not coming along with you, but just talk us through what you're expecting in that series.
Yeah, look, obviously going to coming up against a quality opposition. Obviously they're playing today. They've had back-to-back test matches as well against England, and they've spent some time in the field, I think, today and yesterday, but we know that every time they come across here, it's always a good contest and a good battle. Last time we played in Perth, it was a day game, and it was at the Wacker, so it's going to be a little bit different. The conditions are probably going to suit their attack as well, because they like to obviously swing the ball and seam the ball. We obviously have to wait and it's prepared and adjust accordingly.
Just lastly, you talked about tightening up your defence. Are you expecting that to be the same right throughout this New Zealand series as well?
I would like to hope so. Obviously I'll go back into the nets and practice as hard as I can, and obviously set up for their attack. Obviously have to wait to see how Bolty is as well from his injury cloud, and assess what's coming towards us, and then I'll do my best.
Congratulations once again, David.
Thank you.
David Warner, player of the match, domain player of the series as well. Fantastic contributions to the Australian team. It's now time to hear from the losing captain, Azhar. Azhar, a difficult series for you and your team. Did you just run into a better side in these two matches?
First of all, I would like to congratulate the Australian cricket team. They played wonderful cricket, and especially David Warner for this match. He scored a wonderful triple hundred. Obviously, yeah. And it's always hard coming in Australia and beat Australians here. But I think we've been beaten by a better side. We lacked in all three departments in both the Test matches. But we will look forward. A lot of things we take some positives from here and take some learning from here as well.
What kind of things did you learn from playing over here in these conditions?
Obviously, I think as a bowling unit, we need to control the rate here. I think if you let score, the Australians always comes hard at you, and if you don't bowl in good line and lengths, they will always score quickly. You had to field really well here, and also when you get in as a batsman, you need to make it big and make big partnerships.
Were you pleased with the resistance that you provided at times? I know your backs were up against the wall, but that middle order, the lower order coming in, and Azhar in this particular Test match with the century.
Yeah, definitely. I think whenever we spoke in the team talks that we always we don't want to give up at any stage. That's been brilliant from all the boys, especially we've seen the Azhar putting up fight in all innings. He went in, and then Rizwan, Asad, Babar. Whenever they got chance, they put up a fight. Babar has been exceptional in this series, so it's a great positive that Babar Azam is in future will be a big player for us.
And your first proper series as captain, what did you learn about yourself?
Yeah, obviously, it's very hard over here. With the young bowling attack, it's never easy. But we came here with a lot of expectations, but it didn't go really well this time around. But I'm very positive in future. The bowlers and myself will learn a lot from here, and we'll try and make things better.
Thanks for your time, Azhar. Hard luck in this series and all the best against Sri Lanka.
Yeah, but I would like to thank Cricket Australia for the wonderful hospitality, and especially the crowd. They've been brilliant, sporting very good cricket from both the teams. Thank you very much.
Azhar Ali, the Pakistan captain. Now time for the winning captain, Tim Paine. Wonderful to have you with us, Tim. Would you like to introduce who you brought up with you as well?
Yeah, we've got the great Barry Nugget Rees here. So he wanted to come up and get a bit of television time after a series win. So he looks great in all the gear.
Fantastic. You talked about this side and wanting them to be consistent and ruthless. Can't get much better than 2 Test wins and by an innings.
Yeah, really happy, I think. Probably barring a few slip-ups yesterday in the field, I think we've played some fantastic cricket over the last 2 Test matches. So, as we said, we came back from England. We felt we were getting better all the time, and I think it was really pleasing to get the results that we're after this to start the summer.
Is the most pleasing thing the fact that everyone has contributed?
Yeah, I think so. Well, not many of our batters did in this Test match, unfortunately, but what we wanted from our batters was to score big runs, and when your 5, 6 and 7 aren't facing a lot of balls, your top order's doing a lot right. So, I think our batters this series in particular, David and Marnus have been unbelievably good, and Joe Burns scored a good 97 as well. So guys are stepping up, scoring runs when they're given the opportunity, and as I said, that's what good sides do.
How special was that knock from David Warner?
Yeah, it's right up there, no doubt about that. I think we all witnessed something really special. I think anyone you can bat for that period of time, particularly in a pink ball Test match when a lot of other guys have struggled. I thought it was an unbelievable innings, and top 1 or 2 Test innings from an Australian of all time. So it was an incredibly special moment for David, and a really special moment for his teammates to be able to share it.
The thing that everyone wants to know is whether you debated in your mind at any stage whether David should bat on.
No, we didn't, to be honest. We spoke about it the break before that we had a time in mind that we wanted to declare, and Davey was all for it. He's no different to the rest of us. We're here to win Test matches, here to climb up the rankings, and the pink ball, as you saw, it can be really difficult to get wickets during the day, so we wanted to make sure with some weather around we had enough time to win the game. In the end we had enough, but never came into the calculations.
You've already talked about Marnus Labuschagne, but just how impressed have you been with the way he's developed into his role at number 3?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. I think from the back end of the Ashes when he came into the side, showed his temperament. He's someone that's going to score a lot of test runs. He's also very, very skillful. And at the moment, while he's scoring runs, I know our teammates are certainly enjoying his success and enjoying him spending a lot of time out on the ground, so we don't have to spend as much time with him in the change rooms, which has been awesome.
Lots of contributions from all the bowlers. Mitchell Starc in particular picks up a lot of wickets. Firstly, how is his ankle? He looked like he was struggling a little bit today.
No, I think he's all right. I think it's just a big toe thing which takes him a bit of time to warm into his spell, so he's not that happy with me when I bowl him in 1 or 2 over spells. Takes him a few overs to get the toe a bit warm, but he's fine. But I thought our bowlers in this game were huge. It's obviously a difficult wicket for bowlers unless the lights are on to take wickets, and for us to ask them to back up and bowl 180 or 160 overs on the bounce was an awesome effort, and I thought they kept coming all day, and thoroughly deserved the 20 wickets that we got. But as I've said a number of times, we're extremely lucky to have those 3 guys in our side at the moment, and the best spinner in the world as well, who stood up today as you want your spinners in second innings to finish games off, and I thought Lino was awesome.
David's already mentioned what to expect with New Zealand, a 3 test match series coming up. From a captain's point of view, is there anything you'd like your side to improve on?
I'd like to hold a few more catches, and particularly yesterday. But again, I think the challenge of the pink ball test sometimes is also fielding. It can be really difficult to catch the ball. I know we're professionals and we practice a lot, but until you're out there with the pink ball, it is very different, and the viewing can be quite difficult at times. So we need to get better at that with another one coming up in Perth in a week's time. But I think if we can continue on the path we are at the moment, then the next 3 test matches are going to be really, really competitive. New Zealand are playing some really good cricket at the moment, so it's another exciting big series to be a part of.
Congratulations once again, Tim. You can invite your team up now and collect the trophy. Andrew will present it to you. Guys, if you'd like to come up, Australia have won this Domain Test Series 2-0.